Claps. What's poppin', sweet and sour? It's me, Keisha, and I am here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Ready to Love Season 7, Episode 2 review. I want to remind you guys that tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time is my interview with Love and Marriage DC star Winter Williams. You do not want to miss out on this interview. She drops all of the tea. It is a scorching, piping hot interview that you do not want to miss. And you guys, starting next Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time, me and Sheridan will be doing tea party videos weekly now. Weekly tea party videos. And what we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to go back to season 1 of Real Housewives of Atlanta and start recapping the episodes together weekly on this channel. And we're going to start from the beginning. We want to start the franchise all over again because it's been 14 years now, and I cannot wait to get this party started. We all want you to participate with us and watch from the beginning. So next Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time, get ready for a new episode of Tea Party featuring my bestie Sheridan. It started with Wanda podcast. It's still on the way. Don't forget about that. Now let's get into tonight's episode. The episode started off hella spicy from the jump. This cast is ready to argue and fight, and I'm here for it. So they're having a brunch at Bar 1 like they do every season. So happy to see them supporting, what's this goddamn man name? What is Cynthia ex-husband? Peter's restaurant. That's so dope. We've seen Peter restaurant this year on Ready to Love, as well as Love and Marriage DC. So that's what's up to him. So Dominica is going around asking everybody why she was put in the bottom, and she's very loud while doing so. And I'm like, girl, this is why you were in the bottom, because you too pressed. You do too much. Like, she's like a gnat that you just cannot swat away. And it's just like, calm down, sis. Please, like, I can understand her wanting to know so she can work on it, but her delivery is just really loud and in your face, and it's just like, calm the fuck down. So Tommy tells the castmates that 2 women will be dropped after the brunch. So the ladies are, making sure they go around and talk to the guys, especially Sharice. She is making her rounds, going over to every guy that is there. You can tell she's doing it because she wants to stay in the game, not so much that she really genuinely wants to get to know these guys. And it came across that way to majority of the men as well. It also bothered some of the ladies, especially Shakira, who was really irked by her because she came over and butted into her conversation that she was having. And she was just like, girl, like, chill out. Like, if you see a woman talking to a guy, she felt like that she should wait. In this type of environment, no, that's not going to work, Shakira. She has to be able to, walk over and ask, can I steal him for a minute? If he wanted to continue to talk to you, he would have said, hey, let me, finish this conversation, and then, I'll find you and we can, talk then. But in this type of environment, I don't agree with that, Shakira. Now, does she get on your nerves? Probably so. She would get on mine. I don't really care for Sharice so far. But, yeah. So April is really cautious with her feelings towards Justice because, she feels like he's a charmer and she can really get wrapped up in him. I don't really see what they're seeing when it comes to Justice. He looks like a substitute teacher to me. Shout out to all my substitute teachers, but he just don't do it for me at all. Samson is very impressed with Shakira. He really likes her, especially after she tells her story about her divorce and having to start over again from nothing. He's really impressed with her strength. Then we see Justice having a conversation with some of the ladies and the guys, and he makes it clear that he doesn't date until he's interested. So until he decides to date you, spending time with you is just literally spending time. where y'all just kicking it. Y'all not going out to dinner. Y'all not going out to the movies. He's not paying for anything. He's not going to spend any cash on you. He just literally wants to talk on the phone, text, and come over and sit on your couch. Absolutely not, sir. Absolutely fucking not. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but I knew it was something about Justice that I did not like, sir. What makes you think you about to come over here and suck up all my good air? Waste all my good electricity, watch my expensive ass cable that I got over here, blow up my internet, sir. I don't want to come sit up at your house. If that's the case, I could date my damn self. Yo, broke ass. He ain't got no motherfucking money. Talking about something. He ain't gonna spend no money on you until he decides that he's interested enough to date you. Boy, if you don't get your SpongeBob square peg head looking ass on somewhere. So Dominica, we then see, is asking now Mike why she was in the bottom. And she has a very high-pitched voice. So she's just loud unintentionally. And it's just like, girl, you just come across real pressed going around asking everybody why you was in the bottom. Just come in, being who you are and represent yourself. And so Mike was like, it wasn't me or whatever. And so Sharice is sitting there. Sharice is pretty much a bitch. And she was like, woman to woman, I just think you need to take it down a notch. You have a very loud voice, like you're loud. And Dominica was like, this is just my voice or whatever. You can tell she felt some type of way, but she just was like, I'm not going to even go there with her. But I'm like, you allowed yourself to be put in that space where somebody could give you advice, whether it was harsh or not, by going around asking everybody, why was I in the bottom? Why was I in the bottom? You shouldn't have been doing it. Sharice was, of course, right. She is very loud. She is very in your face, and it can be quite annoying. Would I have said it right then and there in front of Mike? Probably not. If anything, I would have pulled her to the side and just gave her some, woman to woman sisterly advice. But everybody handles things differently. So then we see Uncle Tommy come back, and he talks to the guys, and they're pretty much still not really feeling Dominica. And a lot of the guys are still very much unsure about Sharice because they feel like her trying to get to know the guys was like a job to her more so than really interest. So then we see Sharice talking to the ladies. All the ladies are together and they're talking about, the process. And Sharice was like, I'm a catch. I bring the whole table. I don't feel you have to cater to a man. Why should I treat a man like he's a prize when I pay my own bills? And old girl, I can't think of her name right now, with the curly wig or whatever that I hate. The one that said in the cast special, Meet the Cast special, that she was 31, y'all, and we said she looked like she was 55. She was like, girl, what? And so she was, the girl was like, you can't have I don't need a man mentality, then expect a man to want you. I agree with that. Your energy and your thought process attracts what enters into your life. Like the Bible says, you speak life and death with your tongue. Your thoughts are important. Your intentions are important. You know what I'm saying? The way you carry yourself, the way you move is important because you're going to attract that same type of energy into your life. But I also agree with Sharice with not so much being all up on a nigga dick just because he took you out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these men out here already got the big head and feel like a woman is supposed to do this, that, and the third. And much like Justice, all they want to do is come over and sit on your couch. Nigga, no. Nigga, no. Absolutely not. But I do feel like Sharice has a nasty attitude. And it wears on her face. Her face is giving me very much melted margarine. And like, she thinks she's cuter than what she really is. Like, her face is literally melting as the episodes proceed. So, old girl, was like, I was made to help a man, to help him realize who he is. I'm a helpmate. Okay, girl, well, you can be a man's god, mama, therapist, and counselor, and CEO, and correctional officer, all you want. At 41 years old, I'm about to be 41, God willing, I make it in 2 more weeks. I am not going to be sitting up here trying to help no man figure out who the fuck he is. If he ain't figured out who the fuck he is by now, goddamn it, then if you don't know me by now, you will never, never, ever, 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 ever know me. Nigga, no, I'm not about to raise no grown ass man. I want a man that's already together, that's meeting me on the same level that I'm on, that is equally yoked with me. I don't believe in all of that, helping a nigga realize what he want, what he gonna do with his life. Girl, no. You want to raise something, have a baby, or get a dog, bitch. Buy a bird. No. So then the topic of Sharice making a comment to the girl about fixing Randall a plate, and how she came over there and was like, apparently Shakira says that she came over and says you came over talking so he ain't no king, y'all over here serving him or whatever. And I felt like when Sharice said it, it was one of those things where she was joking, but she was being serious at the same time. So Sharice was like, I said it as a joke. That's how you perceived it, sweetie. She was like, that's immature. I don't have time for this. But you can't be sitting up here getting an attitude and snapping at people because they calling you out on your bullshit, much like you told Dominica what was, unattractive about her. The ladies are telling you what is unattractive about you and things that you need to work on. So you have to be able to take it if you're able to dish it at the same time. So it's time to eliminate one of the ladies, and it's Dominica and Sharice in the bottom again. Both of them are quite shocked, but in the end, Dominica is the one that is sent home, unfortunately. So bye, Dominica, girl. Nephew Tommy ends up telling the cast members that now it's the women's turn to pick a guy to be eliminated. So we then see Jamala and Swayze meet up to go on a date. And remember on last week's episode, I was saying to y'all how I hated his facial hair, the way he shaves his face. He has that facial hair like a person that's like in the military. And it dawned on me this episode who he looked like. Just guess who y'all think I think he looks like. Put it down below in the comment section before I even say it. Okay? I'll give you a minute. Swayze looked like one of the members of Full Force. You're not going to be able to unsee it now. That nigga looked like one of the brothers from Full Force, my nigga. You can't tell me he ain't a nephew. He ain't one of the long lost brothers. That nigga is a part of Full Force. You can't tell me he wasn't one of the extras in the house party movies. That's that nigga right there. So him and Jamala meet up for a date, like I said. And then we see Shakira and Samson meet up on a date. And he is so sweet. He brings her an aloe vera plant because she loves them. And their date was just so nice. They are super in tune with each other. They're obviously attracted to one another. Like, things are already really getting intense between those two. We then go back to Swayze and Jamala, and we learn that Swayze is a serial person that likes to be in serial relationships. He went from one relationship to the next, and these were long-term relationships, but now he's at a place where he's trying to learn himself because he doesn't want to end up alone. I felt him to be genuine in that moment when he was speaking. I liked him a lot better this episode than I did last week's episode, but I still got my eye on him. However, things between him and Jamala on their date, it was cool. It came across more of like a friendship vibe where it still might be a little bit of attraction, but I don't know how far that's going to go. But Samson and Shakira, honey, are gliding, honey. They are gliding. And I love the fact that he constantly asks about her son and brings him up in conversation because he knows that he's is an extension of her, which is important when you're a mom and you have a child, whether it's a boy or a girl. And that really warmed my heart that he is including the son into what is going on with them. I really like them. I really want them to work out. I think that this can honestly be a connection. So I'm here so far for Shakira and Samson, honey, because I'm loving their vibes together. They are so cute. And Shakira is so pretty and just young looking. She's so youthful looking. Sharice damn near has half the cast come over to her place that she lives. It was obvious that they were like in the community like little room that you can rent out for the night to have guests or whatever. So she has Devin there, Brandy, Randall, Trinika, LJ, and there was another young lady there. I can't remember her name. So Devin is the one that arrives first, and he's really awkward. He was saying he doesn't really know how to do anything in the kitchen. He was like really fidgety. He went to go use her restroom, or the restroom, and she asked, did he put the toilet seat up, and he couldn't remember. He was like, I'll go back and do that in a minute. Like, why just not go and do it right then? But okay. He was really weird. Like I told you, he gives me cokehead vibes. It's like, it's something really off about this dude. So Sharice also didn't like the fact that he came empty-handed without a gift. I don't like that neither. If I invite you to something, bring something, god damn it. Just don't come empty-handed. What I really hate and detest, if it's to somebody's birthday and you get invited to something of theirs, bring them a gift. Just don't come telling some happy birthday. Bitch, give me a fucking gift. I don't care who it is. Bring a fucking gift. And that's to my guests for my birthday in 2 weeks too. So the other cast members arrive, and Trinika, even though she came with Randall, has this like low-key thing going on with LJ where, you know, they flirt with each other. Justice arrives, and he did not arrive empty-handed like Devin, and he thought that it was just gonna be him and Sharice one-on-one, but he was wrong. So then we see Devin talking to the young lady whose name I forgot, and she's asking him about his last relationship, his past, and how he overcame it and what he learned. And he was giving vague answers, making up answers as he went along, because you can tell that he's ashamed of his past. Like I said, that man got some skeletons in his closet that he is really trying to keep suppressed, outside of the fact that he a deadbeat daddy. Like I said, that man give me cokehead vibes, allegedly. So, the ladies then bring up the fact that, you know, Sharice made the King Randall comment and was low-key kind of rude. And she was like, no, I did not say it like that. And Randall was like, but yeah, you did. Like, you did say it. I was sitting right there. And he just basically tells her that it made him feel uncomfortable. And she was like, well, I apologize, because I look at myself like a queen, and maybe I look at you like a king. But if you don't like me calling you a king, then I won't call you a king. Bitch, you weren't calling him a king in a kingly manner. You were saying it to be disparaging and to mock him and to mock the girls. So that was a half-ass apology that your big lip ass could have fucking kept. Goddamn crypt keeper looking asshole. We then see Kayla invite Mike, Swayze, Zoe, Jamal, and Shakira out bowling. And she's very annoyed when Mike makes the comment that he did not know she was 30 years old. And she was like, is that bad? He was like, yeah, because, you know, Mike is a man of a certain age, and he already has 3 children who are basically teenagers, and Kayla is young, and of course she wants to have children. He doesn't really want to start over. And girl, that should have told you that you out here looking old, honey. And Kayla is a beautiful woman. It's the way she wear her hair. Her hairstyle and that color ain't working for her. It ages her tremendously, and it's too much goddamn hair. I know her head be hot. So she's annoyed by that because she feels like she's mature, she's ready, and all of those things. So then we see Zoe all up on Shakira, and she's liking it. She's really liking it. She likes their chemistry and everything. And she likes that he's, you know, being somewhat aggressive. I still like Samson better for her than Zoe. Something about Zoe that gives me, he's still out here hoeing vibes. Then we see Swayze and Kayla having a conversation about their past, and he states that his last relationship, he had moved in and got a house with a woman, and they ended because she cheated on him. And I was like, oh, that's fucked up. But I'm like, well, maybe she cheated on you because you wear jorts. My nigga up in here with some goddamn jorts on. This man had on some jean shorts. Like, absolutely no. Absolutely not. That's unacceptable. Nobody wears that bullshit no more. Nobody. And if you still are dating men that wear jorts, that says a lot about you. I'm so sorry. So we then find out that Kayla has been engaged twice. The first one didn't want children. The second one, she said, sold her a dream and ended up going back to his baby mama, and it was always something. So they both have gone through a lot. She ends up kissing Zoe at the end of the night because he ended up winning a little bowling match between him and Swayze. I feel like Kayla really hasn't really solidified herself and made a genuine connection with anybody. I feel like next week she might be one of the people that's on the chopping block. Tommy gets all the ladies together at the end of the week to see, how their dates went throughout the week and who they're not feeling and who they are feeling. In that conversation, Shakira breaks down about, her relationship with her son and how she appreciates that Samson includes them into their conversations about dating and everything because she and her son have been through a lot. She said he's seen a lot. And, it was a very touching moment because you could tell that she really loves her son and, they've gone through some things together. Then the topic of Mike not wanting children because a lot of women didn't feel connected to him because he's divorced and already has 3 kids, and a lot of them don't and want to have children. So he was automatically eliminated for a lot of the women because they wanted kids. And he basically, in so many words, was saying like he didn't want any more children. But Kayla was like, he told me he did want kids. So Brandy is confused by this. And one of the other ladies is also confused. So, yeah, I'm thinking Mike and, who was it? Mike and Devin probably will be in the bottom. At the end of the episode, Devin ends up meeting with Kadian. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Kadian comes across like she got attitude problems. She's very defensive. Her facial expressions. Don't really know how I feel about her thus far. Then we see Mike meet up with Brandy. The guys think that they're just on a regular date. They don't know that this is like for, not being ready to love. So, Devin tells Kaden that he doesn't like to be denied. That's why he really doesn't like to approach women. Mike makes it clear that he really wants Brandy, but I was like, just when you went on a date, you was acting like you still was open to other women, so make it make sense. Brandy then asks him about kids. Now, they didn't show his response unless I missed that, but I don't think they showed his response. Devin, goes on to say that he has nervous energy, which then results in him joking a lot and sweating a lot. And then that makes him self-conscious because he thinks people talking about him. I don't know if the man is just like weird nervous energy or whatever, but yeah, he needs a pill to calm that nigga down. He seemed like he might have ADHD or some shit. It's like something ain't coagulating, but at the end of the day, he was eliminated and he took it well. So no more Devin. Goodbye, sayonara. Hope he learns how to calm his nervous energy. Overall, I'll give tonight's episode of Ready to Love a B+. It was really good. The cat fights is starting already. We know we're going to have even more coming up this season. Let me know down below in the comment section what you all thought about tonight's episode. And once again, don't forget my interview with Winter Williams tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time. Watch it with us live. I love you guys. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.